What's up, alien savages, and welcome to another episode. I feel really grounded in myself and my new podcast format. In myself, because in the last one I think I shared that I'm going through this another where it feels like a major awakening, and this week sleeping in a tent was really activating. Like this one night I had something I think people call a Kundalini activation, where I had at 3 to 4 a.m. so much heat going through my body, and I was just wide awake looking in the stars for some hours. And I think it was also that I needed to be awake in this reality dream, to realize things in an awake state, not while being unconscious, like sleeping. But this was really trippy. As you can imagine, sleeping on a tropical island like Koh Phangan that is in the future. The Thai calendar is 2563 or something, 500 years in the future. And it's really this island is high vibe. And sleeping here in a tent is another experience. So yeah, this was a really amazing and also intense week. But now I'm feeling really grounded and I'm oh yeah, I miss that, because being ungrounded just doesn't feel so good. I don't like it. So yeah, I'm really grounded again. I'm here. And also grounded in my new podcast format. This, if you haven't watched the last episodes, I call them Play Podcasts. I just come here. I'm not in my head. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. And just whatever wants to come through, comes through. Which is hanging out for an hour. And I love this format because I'm learning a lot about myself. It's really exciting for me. This is for me, first and foremost. And yeah, feeling really grounded in it. After talking to my woman, Faye, and Nicole and Vicky, I asked them all, and they were all really supportive of it. Nicole, I loved how she said it. She was I don't really like these Insta stories where people ask me what do you want to see next of? More of manifestation or more of sexual energy or more? It's but then who do you do it for? Is this weird thing of teaching others to reach more, and it's who are we kidding? We're too far on the timeline. We have to really be ourselves ruthlessly. And it's what do you want to do? And I know I say that to everyone, and I get that, but it's just so nice to ask your friends, hey, did you listen to my last episode? And Nicole and Faye were yeah, I love it. I'm just hanging out with you. And this is what you also always say, Ferdi, just keep doing you, whatever comes out, and really forget about the numbers. Because my latest German English podcast, I'm now on this English flow, it has not even 500 views on YouTube. And then my physical mind comes in. It's always the same of blah 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 blah. And I'm you know what? Screw you, in a nice way. So I wanna do this. I wanna do me fully, and I have the total freedom to do that, and that's what I meant to do. Blah 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 blah. So welcome. Where are we? In the here and now. How am I feeling? I feel really good. I had a really good night of sleep inside because we had a little mosquito action the last nights, but we figured because we have this closet here, when we don't air it out, meaning put the fan on it, the mosquitoes just hoard in there. But when the fan is going, mosquitoes don't airflow like fans, and we have everything open, they just flood out. So I had a really quiet night and I slept through. I feel amazing. And I'm so happy Faye is back. She was on a little traveling adventure and I missed her so much. So much. We had last night such a beautiful reunion. And not having her for 2 nights and 2 days, this was the first time we were separated since we like really dropped in and living here together non-stop in this fairy house in Bantai. I was like, oh, I'm attached to her. And then I was going into it, okay, I could like let go of the attachment, work it through, blah, 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 but I don't need to. And this is the beauty, like she's my woman and she's gonna come back. But I was just like feeling into it in my meditation, okay, I could get through this attachment. But it's like, it's a healthy attachment because we're like meant to do it together. It's so aligned, it's so divine. And I'm just so happy that I have that. Like when she wasn't here, there was something missing, something huge. Where I'm like, oh yeah, because we're doing our life together. And I was way more like checking my phone and connecting to my other friends a little more. And then I was like, oh, there's this hole. Do I want to like fill it with something else? And I was like, no, I just want to miss her. Because I know she's coming back. Like last night, before she came back, I was like a dog waiting for its owner to come home. And I was just like, do I see her scooter? Is she? And there's such a beauty in that, like missing someone and knowing they will come back to you, and then this reunion of like how much you miss the person, and also the little grief of we didn't spend the last 2 days together, we could have. I mean, it was totally alright, but I can imagine when you meet someone that you dearly love after like 2 years, and then it's like this, like I missed you so much, and also this grief of like what could have been, that we could have like spent these 2 years together. Yeah, the human emotions that are so important, and this is also a big one that keeps coming up for me, to go deeper in, or like to not detach from it in any way. That I'm so connected to the bigger picture all the time, yes, God level, being the observer, my lens that used to be really small is now so big. But Brittany always said that, like, if we don't do the human, we might as well stay in spirit and be a spirit guide, non-physically. But we came down here in this meat suit, and this was always my challenge to, after this walk-in, to get the human experience, get in my body, be here, hi, I'm so here now, and not become too alien. This is like quickly my challenge, to get too alien, and this is where I'm like, no, it's not fun, it doesn't feel good, feeling all the feelings. And this is what I just said, like, yeah, feeling the beauty in missing her. Or like last night, this excitement of like, is she coming around the corner? Is she there? Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm like a dog. I'm like, oh, did I hear something? Or I was sending Nicole a voice message. I'm like, oh, this is her scooter. I see her light. Oh, okay. I need to leave you now. Okay. And then she came. Yeah, it's all about becoming the best human. Yeah. Because for a while after this walk-in, I was so this Bashar boy, and I wasn't really here. I was so disassociating from my humanness, and it was such a cold experience. My soul wasn't in my body. Ugh, it's so cold and nasty. Ugh. And then, like, especially since I drank ayahuasca like half a year ago, they're like, yeah, I'm so here now. Like, my soul is so in my body, in my physical suit, in my heart. And I'm like, hi, hey, what's your name? Hey, how are you? My eyes are open. I look in your eyes. I'm the human. And this is the last years that was so challenging for me, to just like be so alien and disassociate from the humanness. And then I couldn't even feel how I was feeling. Oh, I'm fine. And also, I know everything better, and I was like unteachable, unreachable. And this was such a cold, lonely place. And often it was actually because the human stuff was like kind of too overwhelming. I'm like, oh, I just like hide in my spirit house, in my tree house. I hide up here. I don't go down because this is full of shit. But yeah, eventually the treehouse got so lonely that the shit down here, I love it. I want to rub it in. Oh, I'm feeling alive. Like there came this thing up with I had this like people from my past come up to mirror me something. And there was this conversation I had with this one guy. And I was like, it was bringing all this up like, oh, I have been this. I have been so alien. And it's like when someone mirrors you something, and the first level is like seeing their stuff and being like, oh, this, okay, I see all their stuff. And then if you go deeper and deeper and deeper, end level is like, I see myself in this person, and I was that. And when were all the times I was like this disassociated alien? And then I asked for forgiveness. And then I had like the last day some big ceremonies where all these moments came. Like, for example, like Brittany, she so helped me with the humanness, and she brought me to a family constellation of mine with this amazing woman. And I couldn't let it in because it was too overwhelming to actually feel my emotions about my family and all of this. So I was just disassociating. I was hiding in my spirit treehouse, and hi, I'm not there. Even though it was so knocking that at some point I had to cry there, but I was just like closing my eyes and holding my hands in front to like not really release it. And then I remember, and this is exactly this energy. I went home with Brittany, and because it was too overwhelming for my little boy inside, I was like giving her a Bashar talk, disassociating from my humanness and just like, this is just a permission slip. And this is blah, 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 blah. And I saw it in Brittany's eyes, like she was so sad, like, hey, I just tried to help you. And like maybe heal this with your family and understand, and all like coming there in your body to process what like happened, that your dad died when you were young, and then this grief that you never really felt, to like now release it, because what's time? Like it's still there. It hasn't been felt, so it needs to be felt. I was like, nope. I ran away, and then I went to the waterfall, and I'm like, everything is fine. I get it. I know better. I know the universe. And it was like, eventually this spirit treehouse became the loneliest place ever. And then, over the course of the relationship with Brittany, and then, like, after this, like, healing, and, like, that's why the breakup, I also, like, loved the pain, because I was feeling so much in my body. I was so here. I was so sad. Like, if you scroll down my English YouTube channel, these podcasts I made after the breakup, like, Faye, she stepped through them, and she was like, look how you were there, and also how sad you were. You were so sad, and I was so sad. I was so sad, and also I was so there. Like, I look back now on this breakup, and I'm like, I don't want to miss this. This was such a movie. I felt so alive, and yes, it sucked so much, but the beauty in sucking, and like still to this point, like, the love I have for Brittany, for example, I'm like, almost every day on my scooter, there's like one song that I dedicate to her and the pain. And feeling this like loss, it's like a death of a friend. Because what we had is buried 6 feet under, and there's a grave, and it was a funeral, and now it's just like I'm visiting the grave and grieving what this was, because it wasn't all bad. There were so many beautiful things in it. What a wild ride. And this won't come back in this timeline. This chapter is over. And just like allowing myself to really feel this pain, there's such a beauty in it. It's like, oh, it feels so good to be alive. It feels so good to feel. Like, yeah. What's the point otherwise? Yeah, then stay in spirit and be non-physical and be a spirit guide. Like, for example, the song, it's called Daylight. Like this is one of the songs that is like dedicated to the relationship with my ex. Let's take a deep sip.
Telling myself I won't go there. Oh, but I know that I won't care. Trying to wash away all the blood I've spilled. This loss is a burden that we both share. Two sinners can atone from a lone prayer. Souls tied, intertwined by pride and guilt.
Oh, there's darkness in the distance.
There's darkness in the distance from the way that I've been living.
But I know that I can resist it. I know I can't resist it. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. You and I drank the potion from the same vine. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. Hiding all of our sins from the daylight. From the daylight, running from the daylight. From the daylight, running from the daylight. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. You and I drank the potion from the same vine. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. Yeah, drinking the potion, the poison from the same vine. I hate it, but I also love it. Yeah, this is a good song. Daylight by David Kushner.
Telling myself it's the last time. Can you spare any mercy that you might find? If I'm down on my knees, deep down, way down, Lord, I try to follow your light, but it's nighttime. Please don't leave me in the end.
There's darkness in the distance. I'm begging for forgiveness. Please forgive me.
But I know I might resist it.
Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. You and I drink the potion from the same vine. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. Hiding all of our sins from the daylight. From the daylight, running from the daylight. From the daylight, running from the daylight. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. Love it and I hate it at the same time. You and I drink the potion from the same vine. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. Hiding all of our sins from the daylight. From the daylight, running from the daylight. From the daylight, running from the daylight. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. Yeah. How are you doing, my friend? So this is this came up a lot. Being the best human and fully being here. And at the same time, all these, it's so funny. Since I like fully embrace the humanness, I don't want to be anywhere else. All the alien stuff, like my alien journey, how I call it, is accelerating like crazy because I finally get it. Like, yeah, you need to like eat the breadcrumbs in front of you and to get to the next one. Like you need, so yeah, you cannot get further if you don't deal with, yeah, you get it. So anyways, I don't want to like teach you. I want to like talk about I want to talk to me. Hey, what's up, Ferdi? Okay, the Wiki session yesterday was incredible because like, as I just said, once I started to be the best human, the alien journey accelerated, I just said it. And I get all these downloads about, it's a lot about Jesus actually. Christ, the Lord and Savior. I actually talked a bunch in one of my latest podcasts. I found Christ. Check out this one. And it's oh, and also the not sure if my ego created a huge story. Oh yeah, I already told the story. And this story continues. And yeah, I already told it. So this is right now really present in my life. Christ consciousness, the second wave, going within. We're all the embodiment of Christ. We're all becoming enlightened masters. And I remember why I came here really. And I believe I already ascended to an enlightened masters, and I came here not to reach it, but to help others. And first I need to remember it myself again, what I already achieved. And now this remembrance is really accelerating, and it's shifting so much that I can be of service to others. And this is like the end level, the end goal, no goal, but the end level of follow your highest excitement. Eventually your excitement is just devotion to God, being a servant, being in service to others. Like being a messenger of love. I changed my Insta bio. It's now messenger of love. And as we know, it's not about the messenger, it's about the message. So yeah, just being a lived embodiment of the message, and that we're all becoming this. We're all becoming Jesus Christ. He never intended to create followers. He wanted fellow leaders. He was like, don't follow me, be like me. I am the way. And then there's just so much about my walk-in that is like coming up. And there's a story that I don't know how much I want to believe it. And this is like about this chosen one ego. I'm so special. And then the most important thing is, as I said in this podcast, it doesn't matter if the story is true, because it won't change a thing. Be the best human. And this is why I so needed the last ayahuasca experience to also experience this huge ego death, that without my gift, we're literally all the same. We're just the fabric of unconditional love, and we all have our unique gifts. And none of those are better. That, like, how I see it, that we're shifting now more in tribes again, like the soul families are forming. That's why I'm watching this show right now, like Vikings, The Last Kingdom. Like, if you're living in a little tribe, everyone is respected for who they are, and the shoemaker is respected as the shoemaker, because without the shoemaker we don't have shoes. And if someone has like a lot of spiritual power and his channel is open and he carries an energy inside of them that is needed for collective awakening, this is my gift. But I need shoes, and I need food, and the bread maker is needed to make the bread, and it's all like seen as equals. And nowadays we still have so much of these like, oh, if you have like in the 3D reality like money and fame, it's like quickly like, oh, you're better, blah blah blah. And now in the spiritual communities, like if you're like really gifted, it's quickly like I constantly need to host other people's self-worth, because they get triggered just being in my presence. This is like my life theme since this walk, and it's like I open up a little more, whatever, and I trigger their self-worth, and then I need to host them through, you're worthy. You are worthy of love. You are enough. We all are. Blah, 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 blah. And we all have different gifts. Like, I see God in everyone. I see the divine in everyone. But I only hang out with people who also like see it in me. But like, yeah, can you really stop all this programming of like all these lenses and see like, okay, what is my gift? And this is whatever this gift is, be it a shoemaker, be it a bread maker, be it a mother, being spiritual leader, and we're all leaders, but we're like coming here with different gifts. And like the grounded beauty of being a shoemaker, having your family, waking up with purpose, making amazing shoes or swords or whatever, there's such a beauty in it. What a grounded, stable life. Let's take a deep breath. But yeah, the stories go that 4 Pandoras came down to this planet carrying an energy that is needed, and this is just how I get it. This energy is needed for this collective awakening that I told you in this other podcast, how like in Bashar's civilization, they had like the Shakana event where this girl named Shakana was born. This is, I maybe get it a little like paraphrase it, whatever. And over the course of 3 days, Sasanis, Bashar, Sasani, they collectively, whoever wanted to shift with them into a higher timeline, they got in this meditative state collectively for 3 days and were ascending in this new dream. And all the other Sasanis that still wanted to hold on to some fear and illness, they shifted away. So it came down to like the splitting prism was complete. So in all the awakening timelines, and this one is an awakening timeline, in the next years the splitting prism will be complete. And this is a normal event. This is like Shakana event, or Bashar calls it world spirit, or Christ consciousness, or Buddha nature. All same. And I like the word world spirit because if I use like Christ consciousness, many Islams and other religions feel excluded. And no, it's all inclusive. And also you need to deserve your ticket. How? By choosing that path consciously with your free will. That if you the last many years did weird loops and still doing like Matrix robot stuff, then your train is going a different way, or you're like waking up now and like actually doing the steps and not running away from yourself. If your soul is knocking, you have the choice to not answer the call. This is what you have to do yourself. Anyways. Ooh, this song was a little intense. So the story goes 4 Pandoras reincarnated here to carry this energy that is needed, like in Bashar civilization, like Shakana. And I'm one of them apparently, whatever. This is like, I don't know. And Vicky's daughter's one, Sahara. And Vicky might have found one of the third one, and I have a feeling I know who the 4th one is. And like, yeah, how nice would it be if the story is actually true and synchronistically all 4 of us find Vicky and we're coming together, and it's like all these downloads I'm getting for years. Roads to Hogwarts, like our soul family is coming together, we're living in tribe, and all these soul families are forming on different vibrations. And the 4 Pandoras coming together, and apparently 2 are already enough to bring this energy, just 4 reincarnated to have like backup. Because for Pandoras, it's like everything in this old world wants to destroy them. And this was like, since this walk-in, this was my life. That if people cannot join me and work with me and be part of it, if they feel like threatened and ego and competition, they want to destroy me. And this is like my life story. Like, where should I start? Like all the like since this walk-in, how much hate I received over the years. Like I helped Julian Zietlow, and once it was like competition. He felt that like he turned against me, and I love him, and I feel like we like I healed it, and it's all. But like even with Brittany, like we're in this love relationship, we're making this pinky swear, like we're gonna show up for each other, and then she's like kicking me off our work permit, like trying so. I'm like, how is this even like in her repertoire? I'm so confused, and I don't blame anyone. Like I connect to the bigger picture, and this energy that I carry is really triggering. if you don't feel like you're part of it, our natural impulse is to attack it. Like the world we're shifting out of, everything is competition, and we're shifting into where everything is compassion. But so quickly something gets triggered and competition. Really low vibe, and I get it, it's so ingrained in us. And like many stories about my family, my brother, how he attacked me, it was so disgusting, like so disgusting. Ugh. Mainstream media, like when they are like all, I can go on and blah 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 blah. But this is where I find myself. I'm just a messenger of love, and yeah, I figured out how to carry this spiritual power, this gift, and wield it wisely. And I didn't always wield it wisely because, yeah, I was just a boy. And now I really step into my wiseness. Anyways, the 4 Pandoras coming together, and this is these ceremonies I keep seeing for years, where these ceremonies become bigger and bigger, and in the next years we're gonna have a collective shift where, in a matter of one ceremony that might take like a week or so, the shift is complete of like fear and love, all of us shifting in a higher dimension. And I mean, it's happening right now, it's happening non-stop. People are shifting out all the time. But eventually, the splitting prism will be complete. So it's this lead up to this event. And I just get so many visions of these days I live in full devotion. God, take me. Whatever is divine, whatever needs to be birthed. And this is so restful. Like yesterday I talked to Vicky and we entered this we go really high vibe where I just get future memories, and I saw these retreats, these ceremonies, and that I'm probably hosting the next years. And my physical mind was kind of I'm done with retreats, because the flow state retreats were great, and also they weren't great. Like the second one, Flow State Retreat 2.0, I hosted 2022. This was where God has entered, the divine spirit. Wow, it was just and I didn't know why, because I was doing it intuitively, but I wasn't conscious about all the codes of the right things coming together and making it so divine. And then the other retreats, they were good, and we all grew a lot and they were needed, but there was a lot of things that weren't fully divine. So I could grow. I needed to grow. I needed to make mistakes to learn. This is how we learn. And now I'm so excited again to host retreats whenever it's divine. And the meetups. Yesterday was meetup again. I've done it now every Thursday for this year. And they're all divine because I can feel it. This is needed. And every single meetup, the exactly right people come, and it's just it's always, I'm wow. The kids' aesthetic dance that Nicole is birthing, I'm really involved, and they're so divine. And this is just wow. So yeah, nothing else anymore. So yeah, if there wants to be something birthed through you, I recommend birth it. And if there are some fear-based beliefs around it that you don't, get in touch with them and get out of the way. And if you want to do something ego-based, what are you doing? It's so low vibe. Oh, I'm doing this event, and only 2 people came, and but I want to be a facilitator, I want to host something, it's but why? It's ego-based. How about you just do, I met a new friend, Johannes, he's also German. He was hosting a shadow workshop yesterday at Naked Beach. And I could feel, this was just divine. Wow. And I can immediately feel it, oh brother, I have your support, post it in my community chat. Or Joe, also German, Joe Trank. He was opening up, he tried to do, I think, retreats again, but it wasn't flowing, it came more from his physical mind, resistance, but I pushed through. And then all of a sudden, the divine spirit entered him, a download came, the muse kissed him, however you want to call it, and he did this ritual where you clay your own, where your ash goes in, what is it called? This vase, is it called vase? When you die and you burn yourself and you put your ash in. This vase, I think it's called. And making a ritual that we clay our own vase and get in touch with making peace and not being afraid of dying, that we're really eternal souls, and that many fears come back to the fear of dying. And once we like let that go, that we're these infinite souls, all these like, I need to hurry this thing, I need to get something done, I need to accomplish. It's like, you're an infinite soul and you have looked through many eyes. You're not your thoughts. You're not your body. You're an indestructible soul. What's your hurry? And when he told me this, I got goosebumps. I was like, brother, this is divine. I support it. That's amazing. Good job. And forget about the money, forget about the fame, forget about all these like ego-based low vibe things. It's too low vibe. Like where we're shifting, it's all divine. God loves us. Creator, all that is. And if we're just like letting it flow through us, how? Follow your highest excitement, the full formula. This is literally like in the structure of metaphysics, how to like remember who you are, be yourself. This is the way. And yeah, I'm like haunted by this prophecy, because I also saw it so clearly on ayahuasca. And in this podcast after ayahuasca, I was saying to you, because there I was like so humble, like a little too humble maybe, but it was great. I needed that. And I was saying, I saw something big on ayahuasca and I don't know how to speak it in a humble way. So I don't speak it. And now I say it, that like, oh yeah, this might be true, that I'm one of these 4 Pandoras, or like that I carry this Shakana, this like world spirit energy, that I'm one of them that is carrying this collective energy that is needed for this. And it also might be a huge story. I don't know. I'm just getting insane, crazy synchronicity that this is me, and it's at a point where it's undeniable. But the most important thing is that it doesn't change a damn thing. Be a good human. For all of us, whatever our gift does, it doesn't make us like more special. And like yesterday I went to Xantiva and to the sauna and the ice bath, and I smile at people, and I see God in everyone and connect on the heart, and it's having these amazing moments. And like the meetup, it doesn't matter like what our powers are really. We're just like, we're vibing so hard that this is all like whatever. It's all like whatever. We are who we are. We cannot change it. But do we enjoy this timeline? Like imagine Jesus, he could, for the infinite times, he walked down the Jesus timeline. He could have done it like, but then of course he does it, because you cannot escape your destiny. Or he really enjoys it. And this is our choice. And I choose to really enjoy my human experience. Being fully here. Like all these precious moments with Faye. Like this morning we're waking up, she's coming out of the tent, and we're in creature mode, and it's just like this is it. These the ordinary things of life. And right now I feel so blessed with my life. Like a German meetup once per week, like wow. An aesthetic dance at least like once per week, wow. Going to Vicky once per week, wow. The kids aesthetic dance, we're gonna set them up that they're probably once per week, wow. Like the diversity of the ordinariness. Spending my life with Faye, doing life together, wow. Riding on the scooter, missing Brittany, wow. Going to the waterfall, all my furry animal friends, like all, like I can talk now forever, this diversity of the simple, and all that remains is gratitude. I told you in the other podcast that I have like songs that I like mark for a certain period of my time, so I listen to them a lot because I'm excited, and then when I listen back to them I remember, oh, this phase, and can make it big, and like wow. And this is my song right now. Hymn to the Soul. Shoutouts to my brother Julian, he sent me the song. It's like one of these songs that is so Kopangan that at the end of Aesthetic Dance it's playing, but I never listen to it on Spotify. I just hear it at like kirtan and stuff. And now like, I'm Kirtan. I am the aesthetic dance. So yeah, Hymn to the Soul. It's a great song. Alright, I think that's it. I really enjoyed this podcast. Thanks for sitting with me, being with me, and opening your heart. It is safe now. And yeah, maybe write a comment. This is why also my physical mind got in, because I hardly got comments. I was like, hello? Is there anyone? Is anyone liking this? This is now my physical mind speaking. Is anyone just like here and getting something out of this? Or is this just a waste of time? Hello? Another soul? Give me a sign. I forgive myself for all the times I've been so alien and disassociating and making people feel so alone in it. Because it doesn't matter what we go through. For me it matters, are we feeling connected? Can I say like sister or brother, I feel you, I've been through the same, and I don't have the answer for you. Or I sip it because you need to like find your own answer, but I can give you some comfort. I can sit here with you, and what you're describing sounds really familiar. And I feel your pain. This took like this breakup, for example. Whatever people say, I'm like, yeah, fuck you. I mean, if they wanted to like lecture me. This pain, what helped me was like people going through the same. And we're connecting, we're feeling connected. Like Lena, when I went through my breakup, she also went through a breakup. And we were sending all these voice messages, and we felt so connected to each other because we were going through the same. And I'm like, oh, I feel connected to you. Oh yeah, you're going through the same. I'm not looking for a solution, I'm looking for comfort right now. Because I have all the solutions, but what I need right now is comfort. And yeah, these are all, by the way, big quotes my ex-girlfriend gave me, Brittany. Yeah, shoutouts to her. Yeah. I still have it in my list all the way down. How to host someone in their emotion. First, like this was my alien one-on-one. I honor your feelings. I accept you in your emotions. I love you, and I will be here loving you. So you say this, step number 1. This is the alien, I needed that. Step number 2, status check. Hey, I'm checking now all your vitals. Are you like actually feeling like shit, or maybe are you projecting it because you're like actually underslept? You are hangry because you didn't eat? Can I lay you down? Can I make you some food? Are your vitals checked? Are you actually like super hungry? So it's like a status check. And then number 3. Are you looking for solution or comfort? And this is what I just said. Comfort, like, hey, I feel you. And actually getting in the, like, hearing the other person where they're at and going there with them. That like, oh yeah, I felt the same, and I remember, and I go in the state with you, so we can be there together. And we're sitting there for a while. And if the person is looking for a solution, then yeah. What do you think the underlying belief that makes you feel this way is? What is the underlying belief? But if they haven't asked for a solution, then just sip the Bashar talk. Because you're making this person feel more lonely, and you don't help anyone. And you're both feeling more lonely because you're like alone in your reality experience. We wanna feel connected. Like in the past, I could have had so many more connective experiences, but I created so much disconnection by trying to lecture them and speaking from my spirit treehouse up there. Just follow your highest excitement. And they're like down there drowning in the shit. I'm like, yeah, but I need, like, it's not resonating right now. Can you not just, like, come down here and hold my hand? Because I actually have all the answers inside of me. I just want someone right now that is holding my hand.
No, I stay up here. In my treehouse that gets really lonely. Follow your highest excitement.
And then this person is like, okay, bye. And this person is out of your life and soon you have no friends anymore. Okay, this is it. Madre Tierra. So yeah, now I'm so excited to spend time with Faye. She's meditating right now outside.
Double biceps.
Thanks for listening. Until next time, please write a YouTube comment. This would be highly appreciated. I love you. Peace out. Because I love you.
Because I love
you. I sing for you. Because I love you. I sing for you.